Good afternoon, everybody. Agnostic Haywood here, reading the Bible unprompted for the first time in a long time. So number 20, chapter 20, Exodus. Rather an important thing. Everybody's heard. Maybe a lot of people haven't. I don't know. The Ten Commandments is out there. People want to put it everywhere and yada yada. But in any event, Moses went to the people, told them. He was on Mount Sinai, I believe, and bring Aaron up. Okay, so he's on Mount Sinai. I don't know. I guess he came back down to share. I don't know where the tablets are. I always thought there were tablets involved, but in any event. All right. Words are spoken. I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt out of the land of slavery. So we're still talking about Israel. 10 Commandments 1. You should have no gods before me. There's some people that theorize that, there was a lot of gods and every tribe had one back in the day. And, kind of might make sense in that regard, considering religion started, about 10,000 years ago, I believe, and there's been all kinds of stuff going on since then. But anyway, you should not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything. You shall not bow to them, worship them. I'm a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers. Third or fourth generation. Oh, wow, that's quite kind. I'm going to punish generationally. I don't know how people read this stuff and then take it seriously. I'm giving my thoughts on it. Come on. Showing love to 1,000 generations. I know people who, have terrible things happen and are religious and all that. And it's just, I don't know. That doesn't leave a good feeling. Again, I haven't read this in a long time. I've not read it before today in 25 years. You should not misuse the name of the Lord your God. All right, so misuse his name. Okay, I don't know if that means just swearing or if that means saying that God is with you when you do something that's obviously not supposed to be done. I think it can be interpreted. I don't know. This is just written English language. I always think of it as, I don't know. I don't think of it as swearing. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. All right, so do not work, son and daughter, your animals, alien within your gates. All right, 6 days. Ties back to Genesis, I presume. All right, number 5, honor father and mother. 6, don't murder. Don't commit adultery. Don't steal. Don't lie about your neighbor. Do not covet your neighbor's house. You don't deserve his wife. Do not covet his neighbor's wife or his manservant, maidservant, ox, donkey, anything belongs to you. Okay, so, if you get away from, there's some things that, obviously being agnostic, I'm not really worried about number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. All right, some people, believe Sunday is a day of, that's fine. It actually works for a lot of people to have a rest day. 7th day is a rest for the week, especially if you work hard during the week. So that's fine. How far do you take it, though? Do you take it that you can't do anything, can't go out in your boat? If you have a boat, what do? You can't do anything? Don't know. All right. So, some people don't have fathers or mothers, and some people don't have fathers or mothers that are worth anything, honestly. I know kids whose parents are absolutely useless, right? All right, so if I'm looking at the last, murdering, there's nothing wrong with the last. I just think, don't murder people. Obviously there's people that have to, right? If somebody's trying to kill you, I don't know anybody that would say let them kill you, right? If you're not defending, you have to defend yourself if unprovoked. Now, if you're trying to hurt somebody else and somebody comes up and then, you might get punched in the face or something. But, if you fall and hit your head, you could hurt yourself, you could die. So don't murder, don't commit adultery, don't steal. No, that's fine. Then there's ethical questions. Do you steal to eat to prevent yourself from dying? There's a lot of gray area, I don't know that I'd want to write a religious text for everyone to follow at all times. It would be too complicated to deal with all the problems that, and is it right or wrong? What if it's always wrong? You still have to do it. Whatever. All right. Don't give false testimony against your neighbor. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. You're not supposed to lie about people. And don't always want other people's stuff. Do not want that. You know, I mean, it's not a healthy habit. I think we all kind of do it. I mean, I won't say we all kind of do it. I think I sort of, not covet, but, you know, not get jealous, but like, man, I wish I could have that boat. You know, that kind of thing. If I wanted a boat, I'd say, let me get one, right? When the people saw the thunder and lightning and heard the trumpet and saw the mountain smoke, yeah, they trembled in fear. Okay, that's fine. They stayed at a distance and said to Moses, speak to yourself and we will listen. We do not have God speak to us, we will die. All right, so they were scared if the wrath of God, I presume. Moses said, if people do not be afraid, God has come to test you. Oh boy, whatever. People remained at a distance when Moses said, thick darkness where God was. Okay, so fine. All right. I don't know about that last part. I don't see the tablets. Where's the tablets? I don't really know how this translates. It doesn't seem to translate very well. All right, Lord said to Moses, tell the Israelites this, idols and altars, do not make any gods to be alongside me, silver pieces of gold. I guess that's what they were doing, maybe. They called them gods. I don't know. Make an altar of the earth for me and sacrifice it on the ground offering. Yeah, so we're still sacrificing things. Sheep, goats, cattle, come to bless you. Altar of stones for me. Do not build it with dressed stones. You will defile it. Use a tool in it. Do not go up to my altar on steps, lest your nakedness be exposed on. I don't know what all that means. I don't really understand what I'm reading there. I think it must be oddly specific to a time period that's way long ago. But it's how you build what would be early, not churches, but places of worship, perhaps. I don't know. In any event, that was an interesting read. Obviously, as an agnostic, borderline atheist, probably more than anything, that, you know, I don't really worry about the first few commandments, but number 6 through 10, I'll give them a little credit. Those are things that tend to help society function on the whole. The rest of it is just, story about God raining down from a mountain and people getting scared. And then how to build your idols, altars, or not to build idols and altars. Something that I don't know anybody does, but whatever. I mean, you go into church and you pray, and there's a bunch of candles out and an organ and a pulpit and some things there, and you're trying to, people do that. I don't do that, but, that could be considered an altar, I presume. But anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.